Sort of approach to people so that you can treat them. We're talking about not funding people and leaving them to the street, leaving them to a life that is a really unacceptable way to live, and there's no reason for it. We're talking about a loss of human potential, and it doesn't mean that the costs will not be there. The costs will be in the hospitals, the costs will be in the jails, it will be in the community, and it will be a loss of taxpayers and people who can pay their own way instead of becoming people who are not able to contribute. It seems to me that in our society that we should be better than this. We should treat people better than this. And I think we have to tell our senators that this is not acceptable. This is not a way that we want to treat the people in our communities, and this is not the way we want to treat our communities. So I'm hoping that you will reach out and you will be very vocal, because that's what we need. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily. We also have with us Sergio Rodriguez. Sergio was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at the age of 25 and faces catastrophic costs over his lifetime without proper health care coverage. That's why it's important to ensure that our young people are covered as well. Sergio.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. I am very fortunate to have had insurance when I fell ill in 2007. At the time, spent 45 days in the hospital and racked up an $800,000 bill for the 45 days that I was in the hospital. To think of having a lifetime maximum that I can use for insurance is unthinkable. At that time, my life was just starting, and I had already reached 80% of my lifetime maximum at the age of 25. Having insurance at this time is always in the forefront of my thoughts. For any move that I make, I recently started a new job. I've always had insurance coverage because of my employers. I'm thankful for that too, but I always have to think about insurance first, even before I decide what I want to do next. Currently on a medication that is $7,000 a month, $84,000 a year. Very, very fortunate to have insurance again, but what happens if I, for whatever reason, become unemployed? I've been laid off since I fell ill, and again, those costs are unthinkable. To have that $84,000 annual balance before I even pay any of my other bills is unimaginable. I'm asking the legislators to please vote no, and for everyone here to keep fighting the good fight, because we're all in this together.
Thank you very much, Sergio. So that is our message here today. Thanks to the wonderful members of the coalition for being here today. I see our state representative, Leila Olson, is here today. Good to see you, young lady. I see Ken Clark in the back as well, our state representative as well. I mean, there may be others here here to speak as well. But in sum, this bill is mean. This bill is bad for Arizona business. It is bad for jobs. And no one who loves the state of Arizona could possibly vote yes on this bill. You've heard the devastating impact that it have on the lives of real Arizonans if this thing were to pass. So we urge Senator McCain and Senator Flake, do the right thing, make your position clear that no is the correct vote on this mean Senate proposal. Phil Pangrazio, any final words? Over to you.
Just to say thank you, Mayor, for being here and your message to everyone about how bad this bill is. I don't know if you have time to take a question, possibly. If anyone has any questions, there's one question here.
All right, well, I think that first off, your position is well known, and that's exactly what we are urging the Senate to do. The vote has not been taken. And as you know, some members of the Senate have made their position clear. Not all members of the Senate are making their position clear. Our request, based upon the devastating impact this bill would have on the lives of everyday Arizonans, as well as the devastating impact for our local hospitals, Phoenix Children's Hospital, our wonderful hospitals that were here in Phoenix, and even more devastating impact on rural hospitals, which are often the only healthcare provider in some of our rural communities. That once they understand, once they are educated about those devastating impacts on our economy and on people, no is the only correct answer. Any other questions? Good point. Any other questions? Oh, I'm a member of our coalition, yes.
As a political person that is open to what constituents have to say, what advice do you have other than just call? How do we make the most impact when we do call to move the dial?
No, here's the answer to that question. Ready? Not only do you have to contact your senators, you have to have everyone in your Rolodex contact those senators and make sure that it's clear that you are a real person. You're not working with any paid organization, not with any particular special interest group. You are contacting them and saying what the impact would be on your particular life. Phone calls, emails, use social media to get the message out. It has to be overwhelmingly clear that the vast, vast majority of Arizonans say no to this mean bill that would be bad for Arizona business. So you need not only have your voice heard, but you need to have your voice heard large. Go big, and make sure everyone you know. Some people are not used to communicating with elected officials. Get outside their comfort zone and let our elected representatives know how strongly you feel about this particular issue. Any other questions? Please.
So, audience member wanted to know how this bill will affect babies who are born prematurely. Like all folks with pre-existing conditions, complex medical issues that will require long hospitalizations and perhaps lifelong care, this will be devastating. And for folks who wind up uninsured when the caps on our Medicaid access program kick in, that could mean that a family is financially devastated. So this bill is not good for babies, it's not good for women or men. In short, it's bad for human beings, and that's who it's supposed to help. So they need to start over.
Thanks so much. Any other final questions? Dr. Apple, please.
Did I just bring awareness today to the issue with veterans because, I'm not hearing that very much with all of the activity that's going on with this, the Health Care Act across the country.
Thank you very much for bringing that up. So, Dr. Applewhite, you did do an excellent job of raising awareness on this issue. Unfortunately, this bill is so bad and has such a devastating impact on a broad swath of our community, women, children, people, working class folks, people living with disabilities, our businesses, our hospitals, which are some of our major employers that would be devastated with the crushing burden of uncompensated care that too often the impact on veterans has been overlooked. Thank you for making that point here today. Any other final questions? I think some of us will be available for individual interviews. Please. Maybe I don't know if there's any projected numbers besides the obviousness of it about the how there would be an increase in our prison and jail population without the proper health care.
One of the primary issues for people being incarcerated is due to substance abuse. about 75% of the jail and prison population has a problem with substance abuse that leads to incarceration. So you would see an increase. I can't project the number at this point.
But at a time when our state has identified the opioid crisis, not only here but around the country, as one of our major public health issues, this bill, if passed, would send us exactly in the wrong direction to helping people suffering from opioid addiction. When we need to provide more care, this bill would go in exactly the wrong direction. So anybody out there who cares about the opioid issue in the United States of America and here in Arizona, the obviousness of voting no on this bill is clear. Any other questions? All right, well, I think the coalition will be available for individual questions. And of course, our host, our landlord, will have the final word, Phil Pangrazio.
Okay, as the mayor said, this concludes the formal session, but we do have some additional people that are going to tell some of their personal stories, so you can stick around for that. But the mayor does have to go, so please give the mayor a big hand. And we deserve better, don't we? We deserve better.
All right, thank you. We're going to keep this excitement going. We're going to talk to the constituents that are going to be affected by this horrible, mean bill. My name's Nicholas Love. I work here at Ability 360, and we have some people here today who are going to share their stories of how this will directly impact their life. Don't leave us yet. We're still going. All right, Marcos. I'm going to share this with you. Hang on 1 second. Let Channel 10 move them out of the way. Yes, thank you. All right. If you would like to continue your conversations and meet people outside, we would greatly appreciate it if you take that conversation outside. We have people whose lives will be direly infected by this. I need your attention for these humans. We're going to give you all of 2 minutes to clear if you're going to clear. And then we're going to keep talking with these wonderful humans. You're going to yell it?
Yeah, we encourage you to stay for the next speakers. They all have different stories to tell, so please stay.
All right. My wonderful speakers, if you come in closer. Come on over, Steve. Come on over, Steve. Go ahead, Steve. Come on in. All right. It's working. All right. It's not working. It's got to be working. I don't know, like talking louder. All right, I ask you to take your conversations outside while we continue our press release. Well, move them. I want you to be heard, Marcos. All right. I know you can't hear yet. Clinton. That's all I get? There's no way to turn this up. Okay. For those who are staying and listening to these incredible stories of the individuals who will be directly impacted by this. I'd welcome you to come a little closer since this is as loud as this mic is going to get. All right. Marcos, good luck.
Yeah, could you please? Hi, my name is Marcos Castillo. I'm 34 years old. I sustained a spinal cord injury when I was 18. I'm from Yuma, Arizona. And I'd like to second what the mayor said. Is he said that we need to keep fighting, and what I'd like to let everyone know is these are the faces of people that are going to be affected by this, and fighting is what we do every single day with our disabilities. So as long as the people in this room have the support of the community and the will to fight, we're going to keep going until the end, because we don't have a choice. This is what we do. This is who we are. And if we were going to give up, it would have happened a long time ago. We wouldn't have spent weeks in the hospital, weeks in bed. We wouldn't have been needing to fight for every single service that we get. So from this point on, we know who our friends are and who our enemies are in the Senate, and we're going to keep fighting.
Thank you, Marcos. Yeah, Marcos. Next, Steve Norton.
My name is Steve Norton, and at the age of 49, I suffered a massive hemorrhagic stroke brain injury, which left me as a wheelchair user and paralyzed on my left side. Through 9 months of rehab, Medicaid services allowed me through their home and community services to be able to live an independent, productive life, where I'm able to give back to the community through volunteering, and also patronize and give back to the community fiscally, with the restaurants and the stores and the businesses that I patronize.
Thank you, Steve. Patricia Edwards. My apologies. Patricia Edwards. Here you go. Share your story.
My story. I am speaking from my heart, hopefully to the heart of John McClain, Jeff Flake, and Mayor Ducey. Governor Ducey, pardon me, I didn't mean to diminish you. I got polio when I was 13, so I predate the ADA. Now, let me tell you what Medicare does for me. And I didn't even recognize I'm over 65, so I get Medicare. But that ain't all, because in-home services are Medicaid. Medicaid allows me to pee when I want to, get out of bed. Do you realize how important it is? You've all had to brush to be able to go to the bathroom. You imagine not having that right. Get out of bed, go to work. The other thing that I think I need to say, and I'm not just speaking for myself, is I worked as a substitute teacher up until I was 75 when I fell out of my wheelchair because I wasn't paying attention. I contribute. Most people with disabilities don't just take. We also give back. I am a blessing to many, many people. And because of me, because I can get out of bed and do what I need to do, many, many people are impacted positively. It isn't a one-way street. I give back. I am a blessing. I contribute. So do these guys. So do those guys. We contribute. We don't just take. If I were to go in a nursing home or a hospital, it would cost 4 times as much. Get that. There's no cost savings. It's 4 times as much if this bill passes. It doesn't save money, you guys. It doesn't save money.
Thank you, Patricia. All right, Craig.
Hi, my name is Craig Speraza. I'm here for my son. I'm also the president of the board for the National Alliance on Mental Illness here at the Maricopa County chapter. But I'm here about my son, and NAMI's doing a lot of advocating, with the local legislators and also nationally, and making sure that we have the services. So my son is particularly affected. He's going to be 30. Had some developmental delays and birth trauma and stuff. By the fifth grade, he already had his first suicidal ideation. Hospitalized, diagnosed with depression. Moving forward through high school, started developing bipolar disorder, multiple suicide attempts. I didn't think we were going to get him at age 25. By the time he hit 21 or 22, he had aged out of our private health care, went on to Access. And I think in a way that was a blessing for us. As he started self-medicating, became more of a danger to himself, never really to others. We ended up finally getting a court-ordered petition. He spent about 3 or 4 weeks in Desert Vista. He was designated seriously mentally ill. What that also did was brought in the Title 19 funds, which now he has a clinic. He's got a case manager. He's got a counselor, therapist that actually comes to the house once a week. He's got his psychiatrist that he sees as a telemed, but she's amazing. Balances his medication. In fact, he's got an appointment in the morning. He's through Section 8 housing. We just got him into his apartment. He's living independently as of first of this month. He also qualifies for some home support services, such as helping him shop and clean and some of the activities of daily living that are oftentimes a problem for him. So he's living independently. It's not me doing it now. So these are the things that he would lose if this bill moves forward in this current form. I would say if he loses these supports, I don't know that he would really survive this more than a year or two. The medications are fairly expensive. They're being constantly changed. His therapist is on call 24/7 now. So, he needs this. And, he does get back to the community. He works or he volunteers with NAMI. He goes to schools and churches and public groups. He tells a story about being mentally ill, bus stigma. He is getting back in his own way. So we really need to, our senators really need to maybe check their humanity as to how we treat our most vulnerable citizens really does define our humanity. And we have plenty of money for foreign aid. We have plenty of money for other things. We also have the money for this. So urge your senators to reconsider. All right, thank you.
Next up, Leonard Smith. Leonard.
Good morning, everyone. It is a blessing to be here. I was in here earlier, I was looking around the crowd and everything, and listening to the speakers, and I was thinking to myself, I think we're really preaching to the choir here. I think we all here for this one cause is to urge our senators to vote no on this act. But my question was, when I was looking at everyone, I was wondering how many people have already actually called their senators.
There we go.
All right. And I would have liked to have seen that I would have liked to have seen how many people actually already called their senators earlier. So if you have not already called your senators, I think we all have cell phones. I think it only takes a minute to go out there and dial that Senator McCain and also Senator Blake's telephone number. It only takes a minute. And like Mayor, yeah, there we go. And what Mayor Statton said was we don't only have to call, there's also email. And we can also do that email on our cell phones. So if you haven't already done it, please go out and do it, because I don't want to go to no nursing home. I always tease people about, I got this little blue pill. If I had to go back into a nursing home, I would rather take that little blue pill. But I don't actually have a blue pill, but that's just a metaphor. But please, for me, for my sake, make that call. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Leonard. Next, we're going to have David Carey talk. David, you already mic'd? AD. No. All right, I want to thank everyone for speaking. I know we got a smaller crowd, which is kind of sad because this is what needs to be heard. Everyone, when Leonard asked about who called, a lot of you raised your hands. That's wonderful. Keep calling. Keep speaking up. These orange, we're going to call them orange. These orange sheets, take these. Give these to your families. Add this to your Facebook. Call your senators. There's an email in the back, very easy to write. We need this to be. People's lives are at risk. People are going to die. And no campaign promise is worth a life. And people need to know this now. They are pushing this through while they think we're not listening. While they think we're asleep. Well, guess what? We're awake now. And we say what? No! We say no! Got it right? We need to be able to speak up. If we don't speak now, our family and our friends will not have a voice later because they will die. This is serious. Thank you for coming to our press conference. I encourage each and every one of you right now to sit down and call. It takes a moment to make a difference that will change a life. Thank you. All right, we have one more comment.
Thank you for coming here, ladies and gentlemen. I have one idea that people can help a lot this bill. I think in Arizona, actually, unfortunately, I don't know any of the alternative media so far. Maybe there are some. But if you know any alternative media on the internet that really cares about the United States of America, please send this to this media on the